5 best episodes in the history of Amazing Race, and we get to recap it with the people who are at the center of it all. But first, I am joined by my fellow dimwit, Joey Cavino. How are you?
Hi, everyone. It's going to be awesome. I just want to say to everyone in the chat, I watched it twice. I made notes. We asked Shelley and Nici to come here because there's some bones to be picked. Not really with them, but there's got to be referees. Someone might have to call in later. Justin, check your phone.
What?
Oh, gosh.
That was a line. And what?
And to balance us two out, we got 2 doctors and winners of the Amazing Race, Amy and Maya. How are you?
Hello, hello.
We're good.
And
Good
joining us, the stars of this episode, Shelley.
And hotties.
Shelley,
that one.
Shelley and Nici, welcome to the show. How are you?
Great,
Hello.
thanks for having us.
It's great to see you all again. I miss all of you.
This is going to be fun. I miss you too. We had a lot of fun that we got to hang out that one night, and it was very interesting getting to know you because I
we hung
was
out twice. You came to dinner at my house.
that one
and
night
I
is
met you at the bar.
the one night is the one I'm talking about. When we were honest with each other because I was not a big fan of you watching you guys on the race. The same with Amy and Maya. I told them I was not the biggest fans of them.
That hurts.
No, well, listen, I watch it in a different capacity, so it's like.
Armchair quarterback?
Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's like, I was one of those guys that, if they can't do it, then they just talk about doing it. But then I actually got to do it and kind of backed up a lot of it. But we'll get to that. You guys doing okay? You guys have anything that you want to get off your chest before we get started, or should we just dive right in?
Nici's hot. And Shelley. And Maya and Amy.
I was like, thanks, Joey.
Nici and Shelley are beautiful. In the comments, people are saying Nici and Shelley look as young as ever because they do. Like, seriously, you all have not aged at all. I love it.
I love it too. Thank you.
There are
Yes,
certain.
Thank you, especially since I'll be 50 this year.
Certain.
What? You better work it, girl.
Get it.
I'm
Don't crack. That is the definition.
Listen, and I'm still 24, okay? I was 24 when I went on the race. I'm still 24 today.
Well, you guys.
Oh my God, you were 24 on the race?
I was 24 on the race.
Maya, so was I.
I know,
so
I knew that, but I didn't know Nici was 24.
I
don't remember the ages.
There were a bunch of us that were exactly the same age. Like Tim and TJ are right in there too. Allie.
Yep.
To be honest, Joey is the only one who looks older now than he did on the race. Everybody else looks about the same.
You look like a corpse. Come on, guys.
I look older. I'll admit, I look older, but I looked really young on the race.
No, Maya. There are times on that race with you, like, we'll get
into the breakdancing, yeah.
More on that
12.
Oh, wait. Does this ring a bell, ladies? Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
I can't wait for that.
All right, let's get to it. Kim and Allie leave like 2 days before everybody else, and then it's actually 2.5 hours ahead of Brooke and Robbie and Keith and Whitney, Amy and Maya, who are about a half hour ahead of Tim and TJ, an hour ahead of Shelley and Nici, who are 20 minutes ahead of Adam and Bethany, and an actual half hour ahead of Jim and Misty, who are pulling up the rear. The show opens with Maya breakdancing on the mat that we didn't really see too much of from the last episode, so I'm glad that they threw that in there. And it's instantly, let's travel to Marrakesh. And I was fortunate enough to win a trip to Morocco and took a trip from El Jadida to specifically go to Marrakesh because I wanted to experience this maze, this place. I wanted to smell that tannery. I wanted to be a part of this episode. So I could 100% vouch for how disgusting and how Amy should probably not be alive right now. We'll get into that. She's definitely some sort of superhuman after surviving what happens on this leg. All right, so upon arrival, you have to get a taxi and find the marketplace. Search for a food cart in the food cart garage. All right, so Morocco is the circular thing. It's got all the bells in it. I didn't know this. See, I wasn't aware that the Morocco was circular and had bells in it.
Brooke and
Oh,
Rob.
they're not maracas like Brooke and Robbie's.
Well,
No, that's a Morocco.
yeah. So
Yeah, are they really that ignorant?
Brooke
No,
thought
they're professional entertainers.
Exactly.
Okay. but
Brooke
they-
thought
they kinda
Morocco's-
shit on the culture.
Just you gotta remember, dude. It's reality TV.
Yeah, but do you have to act like a complete ignorant wretch on reality TV?
Some people do.
well, some people are
That's
just
their
muscle
brand.
too. I
That's
mean,
their brand. Do some people have to act like complete egomaniacs as soon as they get back in the cab after coming in last place and not using their seat?
well, listen, when you're as good as he is, he could talk about
Ah, shit.
it. No,
More on that later.
Like a true egomaniac.
Mm-hmm.
all right. So
Girl, Shelley.
Whitney
Let's
really
go.
wants a honeymoon, and Shelley and Nici had a nice long talk last night, and they worked it out. And then we find out they haven't really spent much time together since Nici left home at 17. So this was really like the longest you guys spent together for.
Probably not the best
7
way
years?
for us to get reacquainted.
Wow.
Pretty much.
What was the talk like? What was the talk like that night in Copenhagen?
Yeah. What was the talking
Basic-
out?
Okay.
The night you tripped
No,
over your bag,
we-
and the night that you
Oh.
quit. The night
Oh,
you
wait,
quit
no,
on
who
your
yard
night.
sealed there?
Huh?
Who was the one who yard sealed over their bag?
Nici,
They said that
give me
was
my bag.
awesome.
Give me my bag.
That was awesome. And they put it in the recap for the next episode.
They made sure that was the one clip they showed.
Yeah.
The talk was just simply, as black women, because we had already gone into the race with people thinking that I was some welfare mother who was just doing this, trying to win $1 million. Oh yeah, the people had already
Did not know
started
that.
saying some pretty awful stuff about
my
us
God.
before we even went on the race.
Jesus.
So I didn't
That's horrible.
want us to be like this constant bickering team, because then, you're just the typical angry black females and you have no class. And it just was going to be this whole thing that I didn't want. Now, don't get me wrong. I can get down when I need to get down, as Keith finds out. But
And
that's
what?
Well, no.
But that's not my brand. Do you understand?
My brand.
That's not my brand. I don't, hey, Jim is the egomaniac. Yeah, we're competitive, but we're still a mother-daughter team, and we love each other at the end of the day, because we do. We are very close. And I wanted us to show that, not she and I continuously all the time arguing with each other. And, that particular leg, it had got pretty heated.
Right. Did you apologize for quitting on your daughter?
Look at you, Joey. Shut up.
I don't know. I just think that what ended up happening is there was an agree to disagree and move forward kind of a moment.
Okay.
Yes. We hugged it out. How about that?
I
Okay.
feel as though
We got to
there was a
do
bit
one or
more
the
shouting.
other.
No, we hugged it out.
There was no shouting.
No
Like, when you
shouting.
No
Like,
shouting.
No.
Ah, what the fuck are you doing?
We gotta understand too, when you have two stubborn people, right? And she thinks what she's saying is right, and I think what I'm saying is right.
You just
So-
stop it. You're just like.
And it's a hard dynamic, right? Because at this point, I have been out of the house since 17. I'm an adult. I'm making my own decisions and things, and trying to be like, no, like I know things. Like, listen to me. It's an adjustment for parents.
Well, no, it's definitely mom. I want to prove to you that how much I've grown in the past 7 years, and it's mom.
Exactly.
And then it was mom also being like, I still want to prove that you need your mama because you should have made it right there, and I'm not going to tell you.
It's a pretty good summary, I think.
It was. It's just like, and for the record, it was a left, not a right.
1.5 of the same. We're competition first, okay? Lessons later.
Yes, I agree, Nici. I agree.
Yes, we all agree with that, Nici. We all last week we all agreed with that. Sorry, Shep. Not actually.
It's fine. Hey, you know why? Because
we
none
all
of you are
agreed with
racing
that.
with your children. Because no, at the end of the day, your children need to respect you and poop.
No,
There's no way
you need to win.
at your mother on national TV.
You teach them
would
the
not
lesson.
do that, Maya.
International TV, Shelley.
Anyone?
International
I am not gonna have my 20-something-year-old daughter going balls to the walls on me. They're gonna be like, damn.
So anyone doubting that was made up, like this is Shelley and Nici.
I told you. They're exactly.
Like, no, we're not doing that. You can tell me your opinion at an appropriate room level volume.
Competition first, and I stand by that.
Get it.
And you can have that.
Now I feel like
moving
we're in the
forward.
room after the match.
But moving forward, it was so good to see the clip of you all, like Nici, your head on Shelley's shoulder. Like it was such a lovey-dovey moment from when you tripped over the bag the night before. So it was like good to like see that transition and the way you all ran this.
I love this leg for you guys. Like it was like just such a difference from the bag tripping ending.
Right? They're like,
and what?
Are they okay? Did they have drugs? Who are these women?
Well, what they don't know is me tripping and running into things is a very normal thing. Like
Someone
angry.
To the dead goats, I understand the tripping.
See, we didn't smell the dead goats because I brought Vicks and we had stuff in our nose.
No way!
Yes.
Super
I
smart.
didn't know that.
Super smart.
That's why
That's
they never complained about the smell.
Exactly. And listen, that's the benefit of watching the seasons beforehand.
Boom. Super fan move. Look at this.
I had a lot of Vicks, but it was like all over my legs because I thought it was like I just what icy hot.
I don't even know.
Like icy hot. She literally smelled like icy hot every single leg.
She's like, I smell like icy hot because I ran it with broken leg, by the way.
I just like doused my whole body in icy hot and hoped it would help. I don't know.
Well, as someone who's run on a fractured hip, again, bow down, woman.
Yes, that's
It
what I'm
wasn't
saying.
smart. I don't know that I would. It was
the smartest thing you've ever done in life.
Because
$1 million.
you
won
won.
the race. Yes.
I know, but I
You
still
won.
have like yeast issues. Like sometimes I sneeze and then I.
That doesn't sound fun.
Mine still hurts too. You just power through. You just suck it up. Fuck it.
Suck it up. All right, so teams are upset because Jim and Misty did not have to use the save.
That was bullshit.
No, you were all upset. Every single one of you were upset. And
I'm
Jim,
still upset.
And Jim, who had lost his confidence the night before, somehow wakes up and is back to being team dominance, baby.
It's team douchebag.
Listen, you're just hater. You hate love and you hate passion.
I hate love.
I think you hate
all
passion.
agreement.
You hate
Well,
passion. You know, anybody who's passionate, you hate. Passionate about love, passionate about anything.
I was going to call this the ignorant leg because everyone seemed ignorant in it.
Watch the way you talk.
Brooke and Robbie with
no.
the enunciations of like they're just destroying the enunciation. Not you. Well, wait. You're further down the list. You're down here. Shelley and Nici.
Well, I'll show you somebody who wasn't ignorant. Nici
Not you guys. Ignorant may be too strong a word, but it's not.
Nici speaking Spanish.
In the cab, they're making fun of their language. Wait a minute.
I mean, I'll give you that
one. Then I'm going to skip ahead a little, but Maya said something absolutely beautiful about the culture and everything else, and that's what the race is all about. And there's Jim going, Maya thinks this is good as fucking not. We didn't swear. And I was like, I hate this fucking guy. And then, the guy thinks he can do anything, he can't do anything. Whatever.
Can't do anything. Well, we'll get to what he did.
Okay, so
We'll get to what he did. His poor little wafy wife can't pick up a fucking rug. I'm going to do it all. And then she takes off like a shot. It was awesome.
Wow.
If I was her, I would have smacked the shit out of him with those rugs.
But the race comes first.
Team's upset.
Yeah, but you don't go, put him down, honey. I can do it. And she just picks up like a stack of rugs and takes off. Gotcha.
Well, Nici speaks Spanish and gets a good deal for the driver with an hourly rate. So there you go. She learned
That
to
was
speak.
hot, Nici. That was
She
real
learned to speak Spanish in like 40. She was like 43 seconds from when she started to learn. She was fluent in Spanish.
I was so proud of her. When that all went down, I was like, damn, this is my daughter.
Everyone gets to the clue box pretty much about the same time, and they're all just scrambling to find out that, hey, Jim and Misty got a nice speed bump of hanging up some Moroccan rugs, which sounds easy, but turns out to be pretty difficult.
Not difficult enough. They fucking still caught up. Oh, can I say fuck on YouTube?
Yes, you can. Don't worry.
Still here.
Everybody else had to quickly retrieve a food cart and set it up, and did not seem like there was any directions to set this thing up.
Because there were no directions. It was literally complete chaos. No one knew what was going on.
No pictures, no reference.
No, we were looking at the people who were helping us set it up to tell us what to do. And I don't even think they knew half the time. Everyone's cart was different. Like Keith and Whitney finished so far ahead of everyone because their person just said they were finished. Like it literally was no rhyme or reason to any of it. It was
every cart was different too. So it just depended on who was helping you. They were helping you get everything, and once they said like their cart was ready for their business, you were good.
So
like even the crew was like, "Tell me what you're doing," and I was like, "I have absolutely no fucking idea."
And he was like, "I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing."
So
like, when I figured out, I'll tell you.
That guy having a crush on Whitney might have actually helped because he probably
did help.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Huh.
I just remember carrying like a pail of water, and Maya was like, "Where did you get that water?" And I was like, "I don't know what I'm doing."
Nici peed in this.
Yes. So we'll get to that at the end of this episode. Morocco. Okay, so Jim and Misty had to get the rugs and hang them up. Jim picked up about 643 of them and said he could take more if you just stack them on top because he's big and strong. And he was. He's big and strong. He's a big, strong dude. And
he's wearing a medium shirt.
Listen, he's a big, strong dude, and he had no problem handling that. He also picked up the damn cart by himself and kind of just yanked it up. So everybody else had like two people up front. He was just like him and...
That cart was ridiculous.
Him and Adam.
Did you see how exhausted Jim was at the end, though? He didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
He was like, and there's like...
But he did it. He didn't complain.
But he didn't have to. There's no teamwork there.
Yeah.
He gave his wife a break.
Jim wasn't about teamwork all the time. Jim was really about winning and dominating. He didn't care about the team. All he wanted to do was let's have the outcome that he wanted, which was win. No, it's the honest truth. Like,
I agree 100%, Maya. Yeah. Now get off the floor. Where are you doing down there? You're like this big.
She's like, it's a background.
She is that big. What do you mean?
I know. In real life, she is like fun size.
She is fun size.
A little Polly Pocket.
That poops rainbows.
Oh.
Yeah. Still to this day.
You should probably get that checked out sometime.
You might want to get her checked out. I
love
it.
At some point, a fan needs to send her a T-shirt that says "I poop rainbows," and it was actually fart rainbows, not poop.
I make ice cream.
Yeah, I think it was fart.
I make ice cream and poop rainbows.
Is she the Squatty Potty unicorn? The rainbow colored
Where are we going with this conversation? All right, so Jim and Misty, they handle their clue. How long did that take? About 10, 15 minutes?
5 seconds. They were like with the pack in minutes. Fucking sucked.
Yeah, they caught right back up immediately.
Seriously, it was a damn joke, which is why we'll get to the U-turn.
All right.
Love it.
Come for me.
Get all fired up.
So Adam and Jim are the only two to actually take the cart and handle it pretty much by themselves. Lots of frantic running and unloading, chaos. There's no model to follow. I really wanted to know if there was any sort of like, how did you know you were done? The guy just told you were done? There was no like set anything?
That's it. Pretty much how the day went. Like the next one.
So somebody was actually telling you what to do, because in this clip, it looked like Amy was just telling people what to do. She wasn't really doing anything. So she was just like,
No, there was a person, and each group had a person telling us what to do. We were setting up literal food carts, but everyone's food cart was different. Like we had soup. Tim and TJ had like a sheep head or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
we had goats on ours.
You guys had
goats? We had the meat.
It was all different. Yeah, it was all different kind of stuff. And literally, like, I think at the end of the night, people were eating at those carts, but we never had to go back to them or see anything or do anything. We literally it was literally a cluster of a mess.
Yeah. And like, I ate pasta that night for dinner.
Was Shelley, Nici, was yours the ones that the tables kept collapsing?
Yeah, their benches kept falling. Like they weren't.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah. And I fell over it, I think, as well. Probably.
It fell over it.
It was. I think. I don't remember any other challenges ever on the race where there was like so much uncertainty about what it was that you were working towards. Like we had no idea what we were supposed to be.
I don't know if there's been something like, because I was trying to figure out, like, when they showed the picture of the menu, if there was like something, there was nothing I could figure out. And then you guys are saying there was really
it was just like nothing. One guy that would like, and they didn't speak any English, so they would like literally be shoving us around. You'd be like, I don't know what it is I'm holding. I'm trying my best. I think they'll just smile and maybe you'll let me leave soon. Like we didn't know what we were doing.
No, the gist was to hurry up and help them set it up so they could go to work.
So Keith,
that's literally what it was.
Yeah, hurry up,
they could start making money and serve food, like literally.
So they could go to work.
Keith and Whitney seem to get through this a lot faster than everybody else, and I wrote maybe it's because the guy really did have a crush on her, and I guess if the guy was the judge and was like, go ahead, go, maybe if he has a crush on her, he wants her to get the lead.
He figured he could finish it fast if he just got them out the way.
Yeah, get these two idiots out of the way and we can go. Jim and Misty, after finishing the task, are only 12 minutes behind the rest of the people. Jim's shoulders a woman as he's going by on a scooter. So there's a girl driving on a scooter, and I don't know if the girl runs into him or if he runs into the girl.
She ran into Jim, I think.
But he just bam, and then gave her the eye and was like, "Oh," I was like, "He's not having a good leg right now." But he kind of makes up for it later. We'll get into it. Route info: teams must retrieve a cart. Okay, you got that. Teams must assemble and this is a roadblock. Teams must assemble assemble the goat skins. All right. So you get to the skinning task, and you have to take apart the goat skins. You have to literally peel off the like layer of skin and hair to
like
get
shaving your legs.
Yeah, but it's not. It's
what do your legs look like?
Yeah.
Now, coming from the person that did not perform the task.
They lit.
For the person who fell in that,
coming from the person who had to stand next to Jim and listen to him chirper.
I didn't need any of that on my body. So like the chemical material was unpleasant when it touched my skin.
They've been doing this since the Middle Ages, and I don't think those vats were clean since the Middle Ages. So whatever.
It was filled with feces. Like that's what they used to tenderize in urine. It used to tenderize the skins.
Right.
We looked it up because we were wondering what that odor was.
So Amy's like leg gonna fall off because
because I was
What superpower did you get from this mutation? What did you get? What is your superpower?
You become super smart. Is that how you became a doctor? Falling in that vat?
Maybe you guys will find out as the Racers recap continues. Stay tuned.
My leg healed before the race was over.
Now I'm invincible. All right. So Amy immediately steps into the most disgusting things that I've smelled. I went to the place. It smells. I cannot imagine, like, there's dead skin and just feces, and it's beautiful.
I was waist deep in it, and I don't understand why at the time. I popped back up and go, "Oh, don't fall in there!" Like there's like nothing else going on. I don't know why. We're appalled.
And
that's how detached from reality we get when we're racing.
Yeah,
that's all that is.
But if you want to see a beast, Bethany just pretty much grabs it with her foot and just grabs a hand, and she's just scrubbing it out faster than people doing it with two hands. Very impressive. Very impressive on this leg.
I thought she had it in her teeth.
Imagine. Oh my God.
No. I hope not.
I was thinking that. I'm like, oh my God, if she puts that in her mouth.
That probably would have been poison.
So, look, for everything that you give Jim, right now is when Jim shows how much trust he has in his teammate. This is they're dead last. He knows they're dead last. There's definitely a U-turn ahead. This is something when somebody is an egomaniac or is an egotistic would take it and do it himself. But he trusts his wife to do it and cheers her on.
Or
what? There's nothing
or he's too much of a pussy to do it himself.
Oh, get out of here.
Maybe he's like, I ain't touching that. Said my wife. Maybe that's what it was.
Dude's a doctor. You don't think he touched worse shit in medical school?
Oral surgeon.
Okay.
Plays in mouth.
Yeah, herpes.
Okay, it's not. You gotta understand.
Shelley,
when you're at the roadblock, you don't know what you're about to do. It's just a little word, and you just decide who's doing it, and then you turn around the corner, and you're like, oh.
I'm just saying, an egomaniac would do it himself. He wouldn't trust his wife.
Winners want the ball.
Also, you got to remember, for our race, you had to do an equal amount of tasks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
but she had just done one.
He can't take them all. And
she just did one.
He's got to hope that this one is easy, and the further into the race they go, they get harder.
Yeah.
I think that was their strategy.
Exactly.
I think so too.
The further into the race you go,
you're in last place. You're in last place, and you trust your partner to catch up in a leg has a U-turn. That's huge trust. That's huge trust.
They had the save. What difference does it make?
In the location,
they still had the save. Yeah.
So it's not really last place.
They knew they weren't going to go home this leg regardless because they still had the save from last leg.
Exactly.
And that's just the reality of it. We were all pissed off because of that.
It's not
they should have been made to use that save.
He literally had nothing to lose by letting her do this.
Yeah, Justin.
Other than
to lose the save.
Getting her another one under her belt.
Right.
Losing the save.
And then when it counted, big super guy could get in there and do it.
Exactly.
Oh,
Shelley and Nici, how did you all trade on and off? What did you all do?
Yes.
I think we did.
I did for the most part too.
No, because I did the one in Denmark. I did the one the night before.
Well, you did the one in Denmark because you were the waitress.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We pulled up in a restaurant. We didn't know what was going on. We were like, me.
She's like, I'm stuck.
Didn't know what was happening, but I have done lots of waitressing in the years.
So it was like the strategy was 1-1, but if it seemed obvious that one of us had the stronger bent towards it, you go do it because that's just stupid not to. Again, why?
Right? Yeah.
She's the one with the photograph mirror. She just got out the Air Force, so she had to learn the language in 90 days. So clearly, her memorization skills are way better than my old asses. So
it was 6 months. I'm great, but not that great.
I'm sorry. You're right. That was
still a proud mama.
6 months, weekends off.
I love both of these tasks so far. I really love because of the chaos, because of the disgustingness, because of how difficult everything was. Love that. What you'd never expect is that the next route info just says, go to some college campus. Just travel by bike. I'm not sorry. Just travel and go to a college campus and everybody gets lost.
College campus?
What are you talking
We had to
about?
go by like a cobbler.
I don't know. It said something about Ben Musafa Madasara something. Then they must search.
It was
like stall number 79.
Yeah, it was like a stall.
Yeah. We had to go drop off the dried.
Everyone gets lost, winds up together at the same booth. How long were you guys riding around before you guys found this place?
Not that long.
I felt like it was like a year.
No.
I thought I was going to die in that market.
But you know what? I left last.
Oh, I thought I was going to die in the market.
And you
that's
saw
right. Yeah, Nici and I left were the last two to leave the thing. I forgot about that. I was like,
and she ran you over.
Like a year. I remember I was with some child, some random Moroccan child.
The little boy. Yeah.
And he helped me find booth 79 and it was closed. There was nobody there. The booth said 79. I didn't know what to do. And so then I found another, and then we all ended up stuck together. And I think production eventually told Tim because none of us could find it. And they were like, okay, everybody's standing right here. We need to end this task. Otherwise it's going to go until 3 days from now. So I think production told Tim where it was. Because you see Tim kind of break away first.
Yeah, he took
That's
so
funny.
someone was like, dude, everyone turn around. Because by telling Tim, it was like telling the whole pack. So
Right.
it wasn't really like an advantage to him. It ended up
okay, let's get to the door. Shelley.
All right, so everyone gets lost. Keith gets to the booth first, but Shelley and Nici are right behind him. Whitney is behind them, and
you
Keith
can see her clearly on video being several yards behind Inicia and I.
That's
And
true.
I disagree.
That's true. Keith stands his
go
ground.
back and watch that episode.
That's 20 feet.
Keith,
20
No,
feet is
she
acceptable.
was more than 20 feet. Like
Way
I was
more.
there.
She was like down the
Definitely
thing.
more than 20 feet.
And
Okay.
see,
She
what
was
you
closer to
let's
me.
say
She
she
was
was-
closer to me than she
Stop.
was to the
Joey,
race crew.
What you didn't see in the video is when Nici and I both got to the mat and Keith was still just standing there by himself, he put his arm out to push us away. And that's what started the altercation, because I shoved his arm from in front of me. And that's when he
They kind of showed that a little, I think.
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah, I was like,
A little bit.
A little
He
bit,
did
but
it like a
not
couple
really how
times.
it was.
Not in the full.
So
like,
Keith-
not in the
show
full
you
thing.
the full thing. I promise you, his partner was nowhere near the mat, and this goes back to what you guys were saying with the cabs and the pin and everything.
Okay.
He was not in legal distance for the race to where she needed to be, where he could receive his clue, which is why the man hadn't given it to him yet, because she was nowhere around. So Nici and I should have got the clue because we were there together, period. So you're wrong for one, because you ain't with your partner, so you don't get to try to block me from getting my clue. And then you're going to threaten me? Nigga, what?
And what?
And I should say, even though I left that place last, I came back first.
Yes, yes.
No, we're not
very
doing
true.
that. Not today. Not today.
True.
We
Oh
not.
I
my
just love
gosh.
that they keep replaying that line. Like that was the end of the last episode.
Listen.
They did this, and
Yeah.
like all the commercial breaks, it's Shelley going, and
Yeah.
what?
you push me one more time.
So,
And what?
One
That
more
was the
time.
line of the episode. That was the line of the episode.
We've all
And
been-
what?
in all of our races, we've all been bunched up at some point. This is kind of the, and I'm not going to say it never happened because obviously it happened with the firefighters in the first thing with the elbow to the blondes. So you guys in your season seem a little violent. Just going to put that out there. But I understand why, because they were trying to get a cab, but all you guys are right there.
It's
Does it
not gonna
really
make a
matter if
difference.
someone gets a clue 10 seconds before you?
Yes.
5
Yes.
minutes?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I don't think in
You
that
know, and
situation.
she's not there. We don't know where she is or why
Exactly.
she's not there. He is standing on the mat and he's preventing us from getting our clue and moving on.
And moving on.
The guy, you can see the guy with the clue, totally confused, looking for the production guy because he's trying not to give it to him, and he's trying. I don't know what to do. So that was, I think, production kind of should have stepped in there and said, "Get
They
the
should
fuck
have.
out of the way."
They should have, because we should have been, and then it should have said, currently in first place, underneath our name. Let's not forget that.
We need a
Okay?
screenshot, okay? Currently in first place screenshot. Jesus.
And then Jim would have came in and went, "Not
The
for
one
long."
But
time-
if you see, it was never put on the screen what place we were at because of his big highlighter looking self.
Highlighter.
Oh my god.
All right, so don't threaten me. All right.
Karma.
Come on, let's. Well, I don't know who said this, but somebody did say, "Come on, let's beat these bitches." Now,
Oh, she did.
I don't,
Whitney
Yeah, Whitney
I don't know
did.
who
Whitney
said it.
did.
I'm not gonna say
Whitney
who said it, but somebody.
I'll tell you who said it. Whitney. And her
Whitney.
crazy fans told me I need to find Jesus.
Is he lost?
Is he lost?
Her fans were hot. Told me I needed to find Jesus. I
It's
was
Tennessee.
going there.
You need to find
Ble-
Jesus. Why?
Bless your heart.
Listen, I don't know. I'm not the one who cheated on my husband on national TV.
Wow, Jim is so proud of Misty. Amy, Maya, Tim, and TJ are way behind the other teams. Who? She
Sorry,
You can't
Justin.
leave
What?
that hanging.
Come on, Justin. Let's
It's
go.
like, try it.
What? I don't even know what they were talking about. Detour.
Oh, we don't remember how they met.
What happened?
We don't remember how they met or their relationship status at the time that they met.
I remember how they
I don't know
met.
much about what happened.
Shelley.
Justin, you don't know.
I don't know. Tell me.
Boston
Oh,
don't.
Joey. So while they were on Survivor together, Whitney was married to someone else. They have a fair on Survivor. How would you like to find out your wife is cheating on you on national TV?
Oh, I would have thrown a fucking party.
A party.
I'm like, Nici, Maya, Amy, everyone.
I'll answer, Joey. I'll answer the call. I got you.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Don't call me.
Anyway, so they come off Survivor, and now they're engaged. But I need to find Jesus. It's so
Find some Jesus. Everyone should find a little bit of Jesus. So, Jim's
a drink.
Misty does a good job, and Jim says he's very proud of her. So that was on this episode. Amy and Maya, Tim and TJ are also in last place on this episode, way behind the other teams. But then we get to twirl time and tea time, where everybody seems to catch up with each other. Twirl time. Okay, so you basically had to just bang a little drum and twirl a little thing. Not difficult at all.
You make it sound so easy, Justin. You make it sound so easy.
And then tea time. You just had to pour some tea. Really difficult. So 2 of the easiest challenges in Amazing Race history here. Which one are you choosing, Joey?
They were not the easiest challenges in Amazing Race history.
They weren't.
Every team
They were not.
Every team struggled.
Both tasks.
Misty and Jim.
I'm glad we picked the tassel.
Misty and Jim struggled because Misty didn't read the clue right or watch right. And she does that a lot. But and Jim didn't catch it, being the super guy.
Right, but he also didn't get pissed off at her. He didn't yell at her. There was no drama.
Because he didn't know. He had no idea.
Yeah, but when you could hear in his voice when he realized, or when she realized, and then he realized,
he was like,
he was not happy.
He's not happy, but he didn't take it out on her.
How do we know that?
Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know.
We just see Shelley and Nici talk.
We were too busy with our entertainment routine.
So I would have done the tea because I'm in musical, like I'm musically inept. I'm horrible. So
yeah, I would have taken tea.
It didn't have anything to do with being able to like be musically inclined or whatever. Like you literally, the tassel was the hard part.
No,
being able to keep the thing on your head and spin it. It didn't matter.
But you had to do the things. It's all
that wasn't
by the end of care less the rhythm you're on the drum.
Yeah, they just wanted you to spin it for a minute. That's all it was about, was spinning for a
Spin
minute.
it for a minute.
That's literally all it was spinning for a minute.
And
it's like a hula hoop.
Minute of my life.
Isn't that a hula hoop?
Let's talk about how ridiculous everybody looked.
Okay, sure.
And then look, wait, is this the one where Shelley had that shit? Let me go to my notes. Yes, Shelley's shit look on her face.
What?
She was like this.
Oh, because she was spinning the whole time like this.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
her head was to the
Shelley was
side.
like, she was so over it. And then Maya's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Maya's having an orgasm over here. And Shelley's just like constipated. It's like,
listen, she was so over it, I had to give her a pep talk in the middle. You guys see that? I was like, listen, focus.
And then Amy just comes in. Hey, you want me to give it a try? All right, we're out of here.
In my head, and it's like every time I think I'm like halfway there, I'd have to start over. I was like, this fucking shit.
That looked extremely frustrating.
And then you had people. You had a lot of local people around us, like literally laughing his.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Like it was hilarious.
And mind you, I had like goat feces up to my waist.
Maya, let me do it. I smell like goat shit. I can do this.
I smell like goat shit. I got this.
It's like, all right, if you want to, whatever.
Okay, after this challenge, there's footage of mine. I'd be like, we choose not to U-turn. I look like I'm about to faint. Like my eyes are so sunk. I'm like, I don't even like.
I had an open wound on my foot, and I think it's infected.
So Maya, why couldn't you keep the hat on your head and even
her beautiful thick hair?
It would not. Like you could see as we go along. I had like
you tied it.
Like I tied it with the yellow scarf. I had the yellow scarf. I tied it. I had the little. Amy, do you still have the buff? I had the buff, and I put that on. It literally would not stay on with my sew-in. It literally would not stay on my head.
That's crazy.
Nothing I could have done.
Like,
my sew-in, my weave. It literally would not stay on my head. Like there was nothing I could have done. I literally was tying because the people were trying to help me keep it on. It wasn't that I couldn't spin it. It wouldn't stay on. for me to spin it.
Keeping it on your head was the hardest part.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, keeping
Maya,
it on the head was the hardest part.
Maya, that's not really all your hair?
Oh,
No.
Wait, hold on.
Sometimes it is, Joey. Sometimes it is.
We're done. Nici.
But we explain Black Girl Magic.
What's up, honey? What's up, baby?
That's not all. That's not all Nici's hair either. I'm just.
No,
That is Nici's hair.
Can't put that.
Thank you. Don't play. Don't come for my hair.
That
I
is
grew
Nici's
this.
hair.
This is all mine.
Is it dread? Is it dreaded?
I grew it.
Is it dreaded or braided?
Grab it.
You can.
You can't do that.
Mhm.
But
I like my hair pulled on. Go ahead.
Oh. Whoa.
don't touch the hair.
Joey.
No, but
Joey, you have permission.
Joey,
You
her
just gotta
mother.
pull it right.
Okay.
Joey, her mother is in the room. You're older than her mother, and her mother's in the room, by the way.
Yeah, and she can get it. She's got a husband.
And what?
Mom, just close your eyes, Mom. Close your eyes,
Oh
Mom.
my God. Close my eyes, Mom. No, that's not happening. Okay.
I'm
real
watching
quick,
this
I
white
was
boy.
reading the
Come
comments
here.
while you guys were talking, and I just want to thank you for all the support of everyone watching today. We've got a lot of fans, Denicia.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Keep heading.
Yes.
People love you
Justin,
guys.
don't say something
Yes,
unless you
thank you.
know
We
it.
do love you. I saw somebody say they wanted a Detroit meet and greet. Maybe we should make that happen.
Hey.
Wait, y'all do know we don't live in Detroit anymore, right?
Listen, we still work for the airline. Planes fly.
But remember the time
Planes
we had to
fly.
go to the concert? Who we went to the concert?
New Kids on the Block, wasn't it?
It was New Kids on the Block, TLC, and somebody else. Somebody was on the race. Whoever was on the race for New Kids with New Kids on the Block.
Harley and
Oh,
For
yeah.
a concert in
that guy.
Detroit.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, thank you, but we don't live there.
yeah, we went to the show. It was great. They had a really good time. Jonathan and Harley.
I did go.
That's awesome.
I think I was working. I was on a trip.
Yeah.
All right, so I love that tea time. The judge did not tell them what they were doing wrong. That really made or broke that clue. So made or broke that task. If they would have told them what they were doing wrong, that task would have sucked. So because they didn't tell them what they were doing wrong, it really made that task really stand out. Love that. Adam and Bethany sitting there practicing while everybody else is just going and doing it, and they wind up getting it on their first try. Who would have thought? Maya could.
But they're so diligent and so patient. Like they ran the race with so much patience, and they were just really quick at getting tasks done. Like total opposite of Brooke and Rob. Like Brooke and Rob were frantic every time. like literally they are so opposite.
Holes in the China shop.
Yeah.
They're very chaotic.
Maya couldn't keep the hat on her head, so it looked like she tied it on, but she still had zero rhythm, could not get the thing swinging. She had to.
I promise I do have rhythm.
She
Well,
had
maybe
to-
not. You can watch me on Ice Cream Sundays.
Yeah, I was going to say. She had to rely on Amy, who was in band for years, and when you look at these two, if it's a rhythm challenge, we are going with the Amy on this one, and she nails it. Definitely does a better job than Maya did, but that's what team's about, stepping up and helping.
Might have to take Maya's black girl card.
It was the hair.
And give it to Amy. I'm just saying.
She had too much white hair on her head.
Yeah, we might have to take her card, give it to Amy.
Nah.
Don't worry, my black card has been revoked multiple times.
Mine gets
I got
snatched.
mine this week.
Mine gets snatched too. It's alright.
Kim and Allie crush the spinning task. It seemed like they had zero problems with this, at least from the edit, it looked that way. Jim and Misty, Brooke and Robbie keep doing the same things over and over in their task and never changing up. I don't understand that. If you're constantly doing the same things over and over and you're not getting it right, reread the clues. It should be the first thing that you do, or rewatch the demonstration. Like, to keep trying the same thing over and over is just silly. Whitney wants to switch. Keith doesn't. Do you think at that point switching was a good move?
No.
No.
No, not with a U-turn in the big fight they just lost.
It might have saved him. It might have saved him. We'll get into
If
that.
if you all didn't see them, you might not have U-turned them.
Well, they weren't in the
That's
street.
correct.
If
We
they
would
weren't.
have U-turned you.
Oh shit!
That is bad. You got. We knew you were down there. We just,
Oh
no, yeah, you got to make sure you're not last. So yeah.
And especially on a leg like this, where like the hardest part of the leg was finding stuff, and so like we knew that it was gonna take forever to find the pit stop. So like using the U-turn was a very, very smart move. You had to. And the team that was.
And I don't know if you noticed, everybody had all their bags. We were the only team that didn't. So with that taxi I had arranged, the guy kept our bags for us. So we had to then, after we got everything, go find him, get our stuff, and then go to the pit stop. So we weren't sure how long it was going to. Exactly. We needed to
say.
I don't know why nobody U-turned anybody before you guys. Like this was the leg to be U-turning people.
And we had all talked about it as a collective. But we had all talked about U-turning Jim and Misty. That was a thing that the group had spoken about.
Well, so you
But
did.
I don't know why it didn't happen.
No one else did it? We didn't do it because we didn't know where the fuck they were.
Right, and we didn't do it. We knew that we were behind, so we clearly didn't do it. But like Kim and Allie, Adam and Bethany, I kind of know why they didn't do it. But like Kim and Allie, I was like super surprised they didn't do it. Tim and TJ,
somebody should have U-turned them, so they would have had to use the save.
No, that was the goal. That was the goal.
There were 2 U-turns. 2 teams could have been U-turned.
We wanted them to burn the save.
Yeah, you turn one and then freeze the board.
And nobody even froze the board, and it didn't wind up. That's crazy.
We were the only ones who made an attempt.
No, that was smart.
We were.
No, your attempt worked. It helped us for sure. Well, I don't remember how the sort of the sequence was.
Well, it ended up
still ahead of them regardless. I don't remember.
It ended up not mattering because by the time they finally made it to the board, they were last. They were already last.
Right, because actually they U-turned us. They U-turned us because they thought we were still there.
So it was used.
Oh, really?
They just never showed it.
They didn't show it. They actually did U-turn us.
Nice.
So we were already.
That's some nonsense. Justin been hating on us all these years.
Me? No,
fucking Justin.
I think that was a good U-turn to use. I'm not mad at that.
Girls.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, if you think you're last, you have to U-turn.
Oh my God!
You think's behind.
The only two reasons
you turn anyone because they could be lost.
The only 2 reasons to use it are
so Shelley and Nici. You look over, you see Keith and Whitney and us, and you pick Keith and Whitney. But like, were you like, oh, who should we U-turn?
I saw Keith first.
Yeah, because he's so tall and he had that bright yellow shirt on. He's just very easy to see, but we eventually saw you two. But by that point, we had already decided them. And I mean, if we're going to be honest, I was going to say, if we're going to pick, I mean, why would we mess with somebody who farts rainbows? Like, come on.
And you guys had clearly just had the altercation with Keith. Yes. So it kind of like, it built on the drama.
Exactly. And listen, I am not going to lie. Did my heart spring flowers and butterflies, and there was harps all around me when I saw Keith down there? Yes, I did. Yes, it did.
Yeah. I guess they should have made the decision faster.
It did. I was happy to see it was him in the square, but that is why they got U-turned, because I saw them first. And if anybody else had still been in the square, they would have gone.
In the comments, somebody said, I guess Keith and Whitney are still bitter about this U-turn.
Oh, they are.
Sucks to suck. Next time, be better.
Oh, Shelley, if Jesus was down there, like, I found Jesus, U-turn him.
Like you said, the game comes first. I'll ask for forgiveness later.
All right, so Keith and Whitney get U-turn. They have to go back, and it's like 6 days later, and they get to the finish line. They're eliminated. So he instantly regrets pushing Mama Shelley, and she says, take that there, you big galoot. Teams must then travel to this carpet shop, check in. First place, Kim and Allie get $5,000 each. The best prize on the Amazing Race, the only one where you actually win something.
I got 7,500
and I didn't even realize they won a second time. I thought they just got cars.
Oh no, that was their 2 in a row, and that's when everyone was like, yeah.
No, I mean,
that went right over my head.
Yeah, when you win a trip, you don't win the trip. You have to pay. I paid $3,000 for every trip that I got, so it was $3,000 each. So I won the right to pay $3,000 for a trip. And you know what I mean? When you win a car, you have to pay $10,000 for that car, right? You're not getting the car.
Everything is taxed anyway.
Right. So if you win cash,
if you get cash, though, it's easy.
You're getting
pay
cash.
taxes on cash.
But you're getting something
because you have cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the look? How's the look on?
Discussed it. If it wasn't cash, we were giving it back.
How was the look on the Soul Surface faces when they're like, oh,
second place? Great. Yeah, it was a really close, literally seconds. Kim and Allie, Adam and Bethany, and really impressive back to back for Kim and Allie.
I picked them. In the thing.
Yeah, they are very impressive. Kim and Allie, Adam and Bethany, seconds apart. Shelley and Nici make it to the finish line in fourth place, just behind Tim and TJ.
With all of the instruments from the music studio.
Yeah, they brought the instruments, and Shelley and Nici are friends again. So, why would you guys bring the instruments?
I don't know.
I want to.
I think we left them at the circles. Like we could leave the drum and stuff at the circles, but you guys ran to the car with yours, and you never went back to the circle. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we were just
to the market center
trying to hurry up.
Yeah.
So
again, we had to, go get bags and do stuff.
Right.
See, yeah, that's when 10 seconds counts, not just grabbing a clue.
Well,
in a
check
crowd.
this out.
Right there, absolutely.
I have the times for everybody's finish because I went to the next episode and got all of the times. So Kim and Allie finished seconds ahead of Adam and Bethany, who finished 14 minutes ahead of Tim and TJ, who have finished 4 minutes ahead of Shelley and Nici, finished 5 minutes.
Really?
5 minutes ahead of Brooke and Robbie, who finished 2 minutes ahead of Jim and Misty, who finished 1 minute ahead of Amy and Maya. So first place to seventh place were only separated by 20-something minutes.
Yeah.
So it became down to a really, really tight race with 7 teams finished within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas, Keith and Whitney were over 2 hours just on the spinning task, so they were way behind.
Yeah.
Spent over 2 hours spinning that. How long did you guys do it? Did you guys spend an hour there, 2 hours? How long total, do you think?
It was like 30. It was like 30 minutes to an hour. It wasn't like 2
So he
hours.
spent a lot longer than everybody else.
It felt forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
this leg was just. I remember getting lost in that carpet shop at the pit stop, and Phil found me because they let me go wash all the goat.
They let me go wash the feces off my body.
Chemicals. They didn't it was not safe to have it on my skin, and so they let me go wash myself at the pit stop, and then I was so dehydrated and disoriented that Phil finds me, and I remember him looking at me. He grabs me. He's like, "Where's the medic?" And I'm like, "What?" And Phil walks me to the medic and watches me sit and drink water. That's how hard the leg was. And everyone was like that.
That's
and then
crazy.
Once Phil looks around, he's like, "Nope, we all had to drink those. What were those?"
Those energy drinks, some kind of powder.
It's got the vitamins, yeah.
It was because Phil
electrolytes.
found me delirious wandering the pit stop, and then it was no, everybody it looks like they're about to faint. Everybody sit and drink this.
We weren't hauling our shit around
that was the biggest difference. Yeah, it was hot and all that other stuff, but
it was really hot.
That's a big difference.
Really hot that
we didn't have bags.
Yeah.
That was a big difference. All right.
You saw we lost 14 minutes going to get our bags because we got to the U-turn sign before Tim and TJ.
Oh, wow.
He got to the U-turn and third place. So again, you saw he listed off the time.
Bag.
Yeah. You had to get our bags.
But those bags saved you. So they saved you some time, but they also cost you time over there as well.
Correct.
Okay, so next week we got milking goats, making butter. Brooke doesn't like crossing the canyon on a wire bridge. This is another fun episode.
I've never seen this episode.
Wow.
Really?
She's like, I'm not watching this one.
Wow.
Oh, wait a minute. You just fucked it up for me.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Joey hasn't.
He's never seen the episode.
Now I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, right. So let's get the awards for this episode. Sweetest move, Dr. Maya Warren. Who made the sweetest move of this episode?
Amy for taking over.
She's like, I got rhythm here. Move.
I think the sweetest move probably is to Shelley and Nici for U-turn. It's the drama of U-turning Keith and Whitney with kind of revenge, almost revenge in a way, even though you could have U-turned whoever was there.
It was sweet revenge. No, it's fine. You can.
But it was, yeah, it was every way that it was set up was awesome. But I also give a lot of credit to the editing of this episode. The editing of this episode was priceless. Like, even when we're setting up the carts and they stop the music and all you hear is the rhythm of us, like, putting the metal on the ground and scraping the metal up against other metal things. Like, it was just really great. And then the cut from when I'm like, cultural competency, and yeah, it smells, you know, but this is where people live. And Jim is like, it smells like that. And you know, it's just like the way they edited this whole entire episode was really amazing. So major props to the editors for this episode.
There's lots of contrast going on here, and they really highlight them. It was a good job. Yeah. All right, holy shitballs moment. Joey Cavino, what made you say holy shitballs?
At the very, very beginning of the episode, because Jim is such a superstar and he knows everything and he's going to outwit, outsmart, outplay, and he's the man, I would have bet dollars to donuts that he would have never said they didn't use the save. That would have been brilliant. Because it just said, oh yeah, we came in last, we had to use the save, and then we got to speed up and everything else. He didn't have to say it, but he had to brag about himself and tell him, one of us still got it. And that way, he could see who he's with, maybe get an alliance with someone and go, hey, let them U-turn me, we'll freeze the board, move on, and they can carry someone, even a weaker team, to the end. I was shocked that they let that secret go.
You're right.
But we knew though.
How did you know? How would you know?
Because
all he had to say was no. In
Copenhagen,
but we had to give up the save. That's all he had to say. He knew because you told me. Because he told you.
Because we were all in that weird room at the pit stop.
Why did we know?
And they still had the save in their hands.
Yeah, I would have tucked that bad Larry up my ass if I had to.
Yeah.
And never, I would have never told a soul.
Well, we could see them check, like the way that the Copenhagen leg was set up is that we could see people checking in. Like you could see them coming in. So whether or not, like, I thought.
Are you guys really paying that much attention? Because at the next day, I'm gonna be like, nah, man, we had to give it up. We had to.
No, we knew that it went like back in his fanny pack. But I don't remember, but we definitely knew before the airport going to Morocco.
Right. I still would have said no, we had to give it up.
No, I agree. It would have been sweet if we never knew that they still had it.
Leave my shitballs moment alone. It's my moment, not yours.
I love you.
I love you. Lots.
All right. Laffy Taffy.
Okay, so this whole episode,
the whole episode?
I laughed my ass off the entire episode. I think so. All the chaos of those carts, where like the cart vendors are just trying to like plow us all over. You see every single team that's about to get like smushed by the cart. Like that was really funny to watch. And then the other is like Shelley trying to spin that thing on her head and just like, I don't know, it just kept hitting me in the eye. I don't know, your commentary of that task just made me laugh hysterically.
At one point, our sound guy, I forgot which one it was, but it was during the sheep episode. He says, "You're funny as hell. Can you not cuss so much so we can use more?"
I think we had the same.
It's like, could you stop?
Things that you say, but I can't use half of it.
Can't use it.
You guys are the sheep episode. You guys are like, oh, this is going to be easy and fun, and then they jump at you.
That was not easy. That was not easy.
So funny.
She did not like
that. Was really hard. So
she did not. That was Nici. She was all zen with the sheep.
Elena says that and what deserves a Laffy Taffy moment in her opinion.
And what?
And what?
Well, it's kind of scary. I mean, now it's making me laugh. But
yeah, right.
Oh, it was intense. It was intense when it happened.
Dylan wants to know, Shelley and Nici, what your favorite ice cream flavors are.
Cookies and cream.
Oh, black cherry with chocolate chips.
Of course it is, Nici.
Yeah. Cookies and cream.
Are you my cream?
Whoa!
Stop.
Family.
Yeah. Imagine Nici. Ma, hi. I'm older than you.
be none of that.
This is a race. It's a family show.
Wow. Now let me stop before my real boyfriend sees this and has something to say.
Wow.
We're just playing.
Just playing. All right, so my super fan move is going to Shelley and Nici for keeping the taxi and dropping their bags off. To me, that seemed like a leg that seemed a lot of running around, a lot of driving, and everybody had the extra 10, 20, 30 pounds on their back. It seemed like that could have made a huge difference for you guys. I didn't know that it cost you some time at the end of the leg, but I had written down here that that's super smart to book the taxi, and everybody else had their bags. Not one other team thought about that, so I thought that was really smart.
We never separated from our bags unless we were like told to leave them.
Right.
But that's just like
no, that's
we
a
just never
strategy
knew what
too.
was gonna
Yeah.
happen. But like we like never separated from them.
I had the requirement.
Right, yeah.
Check in at the mat.
Yeah.
I had them all with me. That you see the fanny pack around my thing, which had a lock, so it ain't coming off. So a part that you guys missed. Let's go back to the St. Thomas thing. At one point, our fanny pack goes into the ocean.
Never knew that.
Was it attached to you at the time, or was it?
Enicia had it. She wasn't allowed to hold it ever again.
Oh, I'm clumsy. I lose things. I'm forgetful. So I was
that plane. It was kind of slippery or whatever, and she went flying, and she had the fanny pack in her hand, and it went in the ocean. And she was like, "Oh, my knee!" I was like, "Fuck your knee! Get the
our passports!"
Oh
man.
my god, this is classic.
Yeah, they missed a good editing one on that St. Thomas. Yeah, our passport and everything went into the ocean.
So there's a question on Reddit. Can Nici explain how to pee without pulling her pants down and how to pee on one side of the boat without flipping the boat over? So how did you keep the balance on the boat? And how did you pee like into the water if you had your pants on? Because it seemed like your pants would just soak it all up anyway. So why even lean over the boat? So that's the question from Reddit.
Okay. Well, the balancing thing was she was on the other end, and we're about the same weight, right? So I didn't have to worry too much. And then the other thing is, again, our boat was stuck. It was lodged on that other team's boat. So my side wasn't going anywhere because they were right there. And the pee did come out. It went into the water. You just can't really see it.
You can't see it. So why?
I didn't want it. So a lot of things going through my head. If I stood up and just peed, then it's in my shoes, and then my shoes smell like pee, and I didn't want all that.
Well, they would have anyways. Well, 2 legs later, if you had fallen into the goat urine.
But I didn't. That would be. I let you take that one alone, Amy.
Why did you just get in the water?
And I didn't get in the water because I wasn't wet yet. So the day before, when we were in St. Thomas, we were all completely wet. And then, what they don't show is afterwards, it takes them forever to get you taken care of and you're cold and all that other stuff. So we hadn't fallen in the water yet. And I was like, I'm not getting in the water if I don't have to. Like, it's different if I happen to fall in. I'm like, well, that's a wash, right? But I hadn't fallen in yet. So I was like, let me just squat, let this out, and let's keep it pushing. Because I wasn't getting eliminated for asking for a bathroom break. We weren't doing that either.
Keisha and Jen, lots of respect for you learning from past mistakes.
Learning from past mistakes.
What would you have done if
it wasn't a water challenge? Would you have just like squatted along some road?
Squatted along some road and still probably kept my pants on.
There you go.
Damn it.
God.
Damn it.
Really? It's bad enough everybody knows my daughter peed on international TV. Can you imagine this on Clam too?
Clam.
They would have, edited that.
She sounds like Joey. Can you see a clam? Jesus.
Oh, this is great.
Anyways,
this is a great episode. Amy's face when you said clams. Amy was like,
well, you see a lot of us in a couple episodes, so.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want my daughter with the fuzzy bubble around her middle.
Me and Nici are gonna do Naked and Afraid.
No, there you go.
No.
You're gonna get naked and she's gonna be afraid.
Did I tell you some pilot at work, like, who knew I was on the race, came up and was like, we should do Naked and Afraid? And I was like, no.
Get it?
That was his pickup line. Let's go do Naked and Afraid together. And I was like, ew.
Pilots don't need pickup lines. They're pilots.
Oh, yeah, they do. They're old.
They're old. This one was an Academy grad, too, so that was the other thing. Like, he was like, oh, you're an Academy grad? You went to the Academy? You know.
Come out with me. Shoot some guns.
Yeah, it was not fun.
All right, so, Justin, okay, anything that you guys want to clear up from your season, you have the platform. Here it is. Anything that we need to talk about, any other instances, anything that you want to clear up, something that you got a lot of flack for, or something that was misunderstood, or a bad edit, or how do you feel about your edit?
You know what? I think they were actually really nice to us.
They were.
A lot worse. We could have been a lot of stuff. Thank you, Jesus.
You found him. You found
The
him.
only thing, for me, the only thing that I feel like I wish I would have been like more honest about is just how much I was disgusted with Brooke and Robbie after the first episode, and you helped him out. You helped Robbie, and then
The compass. Listen.
And
That's
then-
right. Thank you for bringing that up, Justin.
Yeah.
I felt like such an idiot when he went running off the beach with his bot. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
But he didn't know how to use the compass at the roadblock, and she helped him.
Yeah.
And
Shelley helped him,
Joey,
and 5
who
minutes
said
later,
no
he
one
got
knew
it.
how to use a compass. I knew how to use the compass. I told him how to use the compass. It just happened to be something. What did Dennis say? Something with the hemisphere or something. So I was digging in the right spot, but like 2 feet to the left or some crazy nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was pretty like,
I
helping
have a
someone.
request.
I was so upset.
I have a request for the group.
What?
I think, seeing as this is my first time season, that we should watch it again. I think I'm going to do it on Wednesday again. And I think Shelley should watch it with me, and you guys should come back again next week.
No.
Wow. No,
Damn,
To do-
Nici,
to do
he just asked
episode
your
one?
mom out on a date,
No.
Nici.
To do next week's episode.
oh,
Because Shelley said she never watched
yeah.
it.
I haven't seen it. Oh, I don't
Because you
know.
haven't
Are you
seen
gonna
it.
watch
I
it,
haven't
Shelley?
seen it. We can experience this together as, you know.
Oh,
mom and
Shelley has
son
not
together.
watched this
trust
episode.
me, Joey, I experienced it, and it didn't feel good.
I
Go
mean,
with me,
I'm
Mama.
down to come back next week.
Nici,
It's fun.
No, you guys have to come back next week. Nici, have you seen it? Have you seen episode 6?
I have seen the episode. I saw it when it aired live.
I can't.
Shelley, you haven't seen it.
She refused to watch the episode.
So let's watch it
Oh,
during the week.
together with Joey,
Man,
Little-
that's
little
hard.
fa-
That's hard.
Little FaceTime.
and he'll make fun of you.
hard.
He'll make
Bring
fun of
the
you while
cats.
it's on.
But it is the last
don't know
episode
if-
I
don't
watched.
know
I
if
didn't watch
Shelley's
any others.
ready. You haven't seen the rest of the season?
You know,
Oh,
it's-
Shelley, just look at the chat. Just look down.
Shelley,
Oh,
Shelley, Amy and Maya won.
Nici, you haven't seen the rest of the season.
Amy and Maya won. If you didn't know.
God damn it,
No.
Justin.
You watched the finale.
I don't even know what you guys did.
I know. I skimmed. So they aired that episode. I didn't watch it, and then I watched the next episodes after that. I finished the season. I just didn't.
No,
watch it.
Nici didn't finish the season.
Oh,
Yeah,
see,
that was-
her.
Logan
I-
Logan Saunders is even begging you to watch and come back next week.
Fine.
And he
You have
he looks like Jesus. We found Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Look at it. Just rolling.
Justin never rewatched his season either. Or not his season. Justin never rewatched his whole season, right, Justin?
Right.
Because he's going to realize what a big douchebag he was. He don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
No, I
So
realized that.
David,
Four words cost me $1 million.
David is asking, how would you know how hard it is? You were never eliminated. Yes, but I think I have emotions. I know I
look
have
at the
emotions.
wink. Look at the wink, you big shit.
And I
watched the
would
rest.
say it's hard to watch an episode that you were eliminated on. I mean, it was hard to watch. It was hard to watch certain episodes for me, even though we weren't even eliminated. But like when in Singapore, Brooke and Rob are like, I hope she falls off the tightrope, or like, what are they gonna do? Throw ice cream at us? Like it just got a little nasty. Like, It was
They said that about you?
But they suck.
Jim like threatens to hurt me, and there were a lot of my family members that were
Yes, Jim is like,
why are you guys
Strip
fucking this
Amy.
up for me?
It was 7 years ago.
Now I know who's the final four.
You should have watched it.
I don't have
Oh
to.
my
You tell me
God.
everything.
I guess I gotta go back and watch it.
You need to watch at least
It gets a
Singapore.
lot of drama. It gets a lot. It
This
gets a
is
lot
one of the
drama.
best seasons.
Jeez.
One of the best seasons
Okay,
for
so
a
we're in
reason.
agreement. Y'all are coming back next week.
I didn't watch the episode.
No, they have to come back
Mom
next
was like, "Why did you do this? And why didn't you do that?" I was like, "Mom, we did. I promise."
See, we're gonna have so many questions for you next week, Shellfish. Come on. I called you Shellfish.
I gave you a nickname.
See? Now you get a nickname. Wait. You called Nici. What's your full name?
Anicia.
Oh,
Nicia?
so that was the other funny thing on the race. She has a lot of names, and
What?
I use quite a bit of them on the race. So she's Nici, Annabelle. That fucked him up the most. Whenever I would call her Annabelle.
What are you guys, like Roman? I mean, that's
Who's
the
Annabelle?
prettiest.
Oh.
And then Annie is short for Annabelle.
Yeah, she got a lot of nicknames. Because Nici is what her friends call her, not me. So
And coworkers. It's my work name.
I never use Nici during the race. It's either Nici, Annie, or Annabelle. Mostly Annie and Annabelle, though.
Well, Enicia. You would say Enicia.
I like
you never.
Anicia and Annabelle.
Yeah, you never called me Nici. You called me Enicia.
So when Anicia was in high school, I let her think it was okay for her not to practice great hygiene after she'd come home from cheer practice and softball practice. So the joke was she smelled like a 300-pound redneck. And I did this to keep boys away from her, and it worked.
Oh my God.
Wait, so where did Annabelle? I was expecting to be some explanation of Annabelle.
It's a cow.
No, not a cow. It's because it's a country name. It's a
Annabelle.
No, it was a
Annabelle, the
milking cow
300-pound
name.
Annabelle, the
Well, it
300-pound
wasn't
redneck
the
stinky
It's
cow.
just because it's a country name.
Wow.
So Annabelle kind of.
Oh, God,
So
we're gonna have
there's
some fun next week.
There's a question from Chase. Chase wants to know, Shelley and Nici, how far ahead were you from Dennis and Isabel on leg 2? When you guys were racing down the streets of Oxford, could you
But
literally
when I
still
tell
see them?
yes, we could see them. We were barely. Listen, we were hiding. So like the
We were
street
hiding.
on either side, when they were running to go into the square, we were on the other side of the street running out. Like we were ducking and hiding from them. Like we knew
Did
that
not
we were,
know that.
I could see them. Like, and that's why I was trying to get my mom to give me her bag because like I was like, I can run faster than you. Like, let's go. We need to hurry up. And she's like, I can do it. And I was like, I don't care. Like, I know you can do it, but we need to do it faster than them. Like, this is not the time to prove yourself. Like, that's why I was crying in the cab because I was like, we need to get there. We can't make any mistakes because it was second. Like,
Whoa.
Yes, it was going to be one or the other. And we really liked Dennis and Isabel, so we felt really bad about getting
fuck
back
'em.
before them. But
we got cast at the same time as them.
Yeah. We really like them.
I love Dennis and Isabel. I saw Dennis last year sometime. They live in LA, so connected with him quite a bit actually. They're great.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to meet them. They're really sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I love this cast. This cast is
Not that
dynamic.
sweet, but you know.
This cast is dynamic. This cast.
Stop. They're sweet, and he apologized.
For what?
Oh, just some sequestered drama.
Oh, okay, because I'm like, what happened?
You know, let me ask you
Let's
this.
just say, and what wasn't the only time Mama Bear had to step up.
If somebody calls you the B word and a slut unprovoked.
Unprovoked?
Unprovoked.
It's
It
like,
was
good morning. Like, so you guys wake up. Oh, good morning, Nici.
gosh, where is
Slut
it?
bitch.
No,
Like-
stop. He
Unprovoked.
He apologized.
Would you accept said apology?
Were they drinking?
No.
No, we weren't
How
allowed.
is it unprovoked, though?
He just walked past you and said it?
Just walk past you.
All right, we don't need to get into it. We can get into it off air. We can get into it off air.
Stop asking questions.
We'll get into it off air. All right.
Okay.
There you go. Not online.
All right. Make sure you check out Ice Cream Sundays whenever they return. Make sure you check out.
I have an announcement today, though.
You got
I'm
it?
pregnant!
No.
You haven't?
I
You're dating
I'm on the
Robbie?
History Channel. No, I'm on the History Channel tonight. I did an episode of what's it called?
Modern Marvels.
I did an episode of Modern Marvel for Ice Cream, and it's airing tonight.
Oh, so
History
cool!
Get out! What time?
Right? I'm excited.
17 minutes ago.
Hey,
Yeah,
fire
the
up
main
History
started
Channel
already.
for me there.
Yeah, East
Fire up
Coast.
the History Channel.
It doesn't come on until like 2 hours my time, but
So that was
Which
probably
is
an hour ago.
for me, thanks.
Yeah.
Forget it.
it's not live. I filmed it like months ago.
Yeah, I know, but I'm 3 hours ahead of you, dear.
Yeah, we're East Coast.
I know it'll come on again.
Ooh,
If it's good.
well, excuse us.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Joey.
Yeah, that's my announcement for the day.
That is, congratulations.
Awesome, man.
We are here to support. Hopefully there's some great information there, and you'll have another announcement soon, hopefully.
We're pregnant?
Yes, I will have another announcement soon. No, Joey, I'm not pregnant.
Not yet. Not yet, Joey. You
We'll
still
get
have
there,
a
we'll get
chance. You
there.
still have a
Nici,
chance,
you can
Joey.
come.
I just read a comment. They said my headphones have been peaking this whole time. I didn't even know. I would have taken them off.
No, well, you tend to project pretty.
Yeah.
And that is like an amplifying mic, so it amplifies your projections. That's okay.
I've been using the lovely snowball.
Ooh, the blue snowball sounds delicious. Nice. I love the way the snowball
next
sounds.
week I'll lose the headphones. Sorry, guys.
Look at that. Joey's got a microphone the same size. So
that's not a microphone.
Dylan asked, would Shelley and I do the race again?
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about that a lot. And some days it's yes, some days it's no.
Have you ever gotten a call?
We have not gotten a call, but I think we're on the today. The answer is yes.
Ooh, get it.
Why would it be?
You guys would be great to race again.
Why would it be no?
You're kind of mean. I mean, it's one thing to armchair quarterback. I get that. You're sitting at home. You don't see the edits. You don't see half the stuff.
Yeah.
But, the trolls, that little 5 seconds of fame we had, especially, it was not pleasant. They, we had to shut down our fan because people would just come on and just say some awful stuff. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Those are 300-pound sticky rednecks. That's why.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just like, I don't get it. It's like, you have nothing better to do to sit in your basement? To call us names? That's your life? That's what you woke up to do this morning?
Amy from season 23 was the first Amazing Racer to reach out to me when my cast was announced.
Same.
And she gave me a whole list of things to look forward to. And I made sure that I continue to do that for every cast from here on out. And the main thing, the first thing I tell everybody is to stop focusing on the hate and focus on the love. Because all you're going to see is hate and think that everybody hates you. When there's 10 times more love out there, the haters just yell. The people who love you be like, I love you. And the haters are like, I hate you, your mother, you're terrible, what do you do? And the people who love you are like, I love you. And you never hear that. And if you just focused on that, you'd enjoy the experience so much more. Because there's just as many people, I'm going to say way more people that like you than not like you.
Nici.
Definitely.
Thanks, Joey.
Shelley.
There you go.
That's why I said it goes back and forth. We had a young lady reach out to us. I was in Michigan still, and in Nici wasn't anymore. And she said she was a super fan, and I actually met her and went to lunch with her.
That's so great.
I mean, it made her day. I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm nobody, but if this is what makes you happy, sure. I will come to Novi and meet you, and we can have lunch, and you can ask me all the questions you want.
Yeah.
It's great. Trust me.
Yeah.
I've had more positive experience, especially meeting other racers from other seasons. And oh my God, Amy and Jason freaking love them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Super
We
nice.
went to their wedding.
Yeah.
Her wedding
That's
was
awesome.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They are Disney Prince and Princess. They're like,
they literally freaking are.
They really
should
are.
not be that cute.
Again, I wasn't a huge fan because again, when I watch shows, I see people as so fake. Like, I thought there's no way, like, these two were so happy and giddy. But they are. Like, that's how these people are. So it really changes your opinion of people. The edit does make a huge difference in people.
It does. And I just don't think that people understand that. It's like, we're still regular people just because I was on TV for 5 weeks. I'm still the same person.
Normal person.
Yeah.
I put my pants on just like you do. I poop. I don't pee on the side of boats, but I do pee.
I don't poop rainbows.
It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, listen.
I'd do it again.
We've had you guys long enough, and I value your time, and especially since you're going to be joining us next week. We got so much more to talk about. You guys' digital dates that you guys are going to have. That's so great. So make sure you come back next week for some incredible entertainment as we recap the next episode, which has some interesting drama with two people who have never rewatched this. I've never seen this episode, so it'll be a good first perspective. Shelley, Nici, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to hang.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you. It was fun.
Doctors.
I'm sorry. Wait, this is the episode Charlie doesn't come in on?
I can go
I've been waiting.
I'll go get him.
I've been waiting.
Wake up, you little shit.
No, this was so much fun. It was so great for you guys to join today.
I'm glad you guys asked us. Especially, it was fun.
Yeah, good job, Amy. I think that was Amy, right? Amy,
yeah, well, we had been trying to get in whoever was eliminated, and it was just kind of like last minute. There's been a lot going on these past couple
Scott
weeks
and Mike
for all
never
of us.
came either, huh?
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm inviting them early. This is a more fun leg to talk about, I think, for you both than your bootleg. Like, I don't know. And like, I think this was just like a big redemption arc for you. Like at the end, you're like, we did it. Like so I thought it would be a really good episode.
Is he asleep, Justin?
No, they're actually next door. So Diana's parents live in a house that's attached to our house, so we can knock on the wall. So we had dinner over there tonight. Her brother just came back from Japan. He was in the military. So they were celebrating. Yeah, so I thought they'd already be home because he's supposed to be already sleeping. It's 8:30. Not he should be home in bed an hour ago.
Getting turned up.
So now she's going to make me do bedtime because she should have already been in bed, but now I got to do bedtime. Damn it. That's okay.
You got it.
I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for taking the most valuable thing that you have, which is your time and spending it with us, talking about my favorite show with some of the races. It's a dream come true for some idiot like me, so thank you for continuing to support the show. We appreciate you more than you know, so thank you very much. We will see you next week with another incredible episode with Shelley and Nici. Don't miss it.